right? From and he was
Mhm.
on Kill Tony, and that podcast was so bad that it was good. I mean, do you remember that thing? Someone made a and then someone actually made, like, a preview of that one. Do you remember that? Like, they strung together all the worst parts of that podcast.
Right.
And then we had Hans Kim on, and I wouldn't say it was a good podcast, but it was weird. He was weird as shit. Do you remember that? He was just, like, in his living room, and it was, like, filthy, and there was just, like, shit everywhere.
He had that neck brace on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And that was kinda cool because what we learned there is, like, he lived in a van, um, in New York City, and he basically did, like, 2 or 3 shows a day every day for years, and then he ended up opening for
Right.
Rogan. I don't know if he was opening for Rogan when he came on the show. And then I saw this dude on I basically started watching this episode of Kill Tony because I saw on the thumbnail, Tucker Carlson and Joe Rogan were on it.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Hey, what's the most views any Kill Tony's ever gotten? Because that one, when I clicked on it, had 2 million views.
Let's
Hey, have
see.
you seen now? This fucking guy's, like, going to stadiums and doing a show. He went from, like, a coffee shop in Austin doing a show to, like, I think, like, they're doing one, like, like, at Madison Square Garden now. It's kinda
Wow.
nuts. Yeah. Can you imagine if we took Kill Taylor to, like, to Madison Square Garden?
No, I can't imagine that.
That would be
That would be.
crazy.
Let's see. This is by most popular. It looks like
Oh, I saw one.
quarantine.
Oh, that's weird because the one I saw had 2 million views.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong stuff then. Let's see. Videos. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Post
One
Malone,
point
4.4.
Oh, wow. Wow. Man, they really
Did,
have had everyone on that show.
did you hear the story about how Tucker Carlson got onto that show with Joe
N
Rogan?
just from the little bit I watched, like, he didn't even know he was walking out there onto the show.
Right.
What's the story?
Yeah. Joe Rogan said that or Tucker told, or Joe told Tucker, like, hey, I'm going to, like, do you want to go see my new place? Like my new comedy theater or whatever it's called. And he's like, oh, yeah, for sure. We can do that. And then they're like backstage, like he's like showing them around and all that shit. And then all of a sudden they announce Tucker Carlson's name, like behind the curtain. And they're
Yeah.
like, and now we have Tucker Carlson. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Joe's like, oh, yeah, just walk out front. And then there's like the whole live audience. Everybody's standing there. They're like, yeah, Tucker Carlson's here. He like surprised
Oh.
him.
Yeah, and it was so I kinda felt bad for Tucker. It took him a while to loosen up, right? It was awkward as fuck at first.
I agree, because I watched that video with Tyler Gallant, and he was just like in shock that he was there and like just kind of laughing and didn't really know what to do. It was funny.
Hey, so does Joe really own that theater, or he was just joking?
I think he does. It's in Austin. I think he like opened up his own comedy club in Austin, and now he hosts like all of those sorts of things.
Wild. So basically, I click on the link and I start watching the show, and I see I fast forward to, like, where I see Tucker on the stage, and then I go back and I see that he came out there and that he didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then Joe was out there, and then I started watching the ups, and it is pretty remarkable how on Tony Hinchcliffe is. It's pretty damn remarkable. Oh, I have a link too. Here, sorry, I'll put it for you in the private chat. And this one's not even from. This isn't even from Kill Tony's YouTube page. I figured, fuck it, we'll just play the whole clip, and if YouTube doesn't let us monetize it, then fuck it, right?
Sure.
So for those of you who don't know how this show works, how the show Kill Tony works is, I guess, and that's the reason why I wanted to have Tyler on. I wanted to hear exactly all the detail. Oh, here he comes. I wanted to hear all the details and nuances, like everything on how you end up on stage there. So hopefully Tyler will give us the rundown. Tyler, what's up, dude?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
How's it going?
Awesome. Hey, thanks for doing this. Are you? What state are you in?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's not 7 a.m. for you. Good.
I've been up on a Sunday, so I appreciate that. I can be productive today. That's good.
Hey, we had David Lucas on the show. You know, the black guy from Kill Tony, the fat guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had him on the show, and it was, I think I've done probably 2,000 podcasts, and
Okay.
it was the worst podcast I've ever done. It was so bad that it was good.
Oh no, what was bad about it?
Like he took calls from his mom, from his show. He was texting, he muted himself, and he probably like 5 or 6 times throughout the podcast, he just talked to other people.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah,
maybe he got up and left once, but it was so bizarre that it ended up being funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I do. I'll apologize ahead of time. I have gnats, and Texas has a lot of bugs. So if you hear me stomping and clapping throughout, that's why I'm trying to combat the gnats.
Is that how you explain, like, you have some sort of autism or Asperger's, or so? But you just claim that there's bugs in the room. So you're
I wish it was that way, but they've colonized here, and we can't push them out without permits of some kind, I think.
And then we had Hans Kim on, I think I want to say twice. Very, very weird. Good show. Very weird though. He came on with a neck brace, and he was in his living room, and the whole house was a shit show. But he told us some really cool shit. Like, basically, he lived in his van in New York City and was doing 2 or 3 shows a day, and that was life for years. And it was cool hearing his dedication to his craft.
Yeah.
I came across the episode that you were on. I don't watch a lot of Kill Tony, but I came across the episode you were on because I saw Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson were up there, and I was like, holy shit, wow. And I clicked on it, and then I heard you're up, and I was like, oh, let me text this guy. I'm dying to know the details. I'm more interested in Kill Tony than ever before because I have a show that's called Kill Taylor that I stole basically the idea from Kill Tony.
That's what I was hoping we were doing here. You guys are just watching a bunch of hot dudes lift weights. That's what I thought
Yes.
this was going to be.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
That's not what we're not doing that.
No, no, we're not. On Saturdays, I watch dudes in their underwear fight each other. It's called the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC. And then the rest of the week, I watch hot dudes in shorts lift weights. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some weird pastimes.
All right.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you're up. By the way, congratulations for not fucking up. What you did so good. Congratulations. Because the reason why I don't watch the show is because it does make me very uncomfortable. But
oh yeah.
Here we go. And when is this? Is this a few months ago?
This is now, I think, March.
March.
It's in March. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Austin, Texas. Tyler Gallant.
Yes.
Tyler Gallant. Here we go.
Another 60 seconds uninterrupted coming at you from another bucket pull. Anything can happen. Make some noise for Tyler Gallant, everybody. Tyler Gallant. Here comes Tyler.
Oh, you could start it at 30 seconds, Caleb. Sorry. 30 seconds. Here we go.
You seen that? Sometimes you'll see white people on there. They'll be lip syncing songs with the N-word in it. Like, that's not good. Right? Is he about to ruin his life on my For You page? Is that what's happening? They don't mouth the N-word, though. They do the shush face. Whenever the N-word comes on, they do the shush face. That's confusing, right? Because don't we just have a whole generation that associates the N-word with the shush? That's not good. You just got all these middle schoolers and high schoolers. They're just in school talking to each other. Like, do you guys ever notice the librarian's kind of a racist bitch? Went to go check out a book. She called me the N-word like 42 times. Asked her where the history section was. She went, please. I'm Tyler Gallant. Thank you, guys.
Tyler Gallant.
Hey, what do you think Joe's expression is when he's watching you? Like, is he just waiting for people to shit the bed?
I mean, at that point, they get so many people up there that end up blowing it.
Yeah.
And 30 seconds in, that joke's a lot of setup.
Yeah.
So, for 30 seconds, I felt like everyone in the room was just like, oh no, and then that joke I've been doing for over a year, it usually gets a really, really good payoff. And so that's the one that I wanted to go with there. So I was happy, to have that pause in there and the clap and the laughter. So that felt good. I didn't see what faces they were making over there, because I was just trying to look out at the audience and do my thing.
Yeah, he's like bracing for impact. He has his head down, eyes up, you know what I mean? Like he's stalking you and shit.
Yeah.
And Tucker's like really uncomfortable, like out of his element, but then he starts laughing pretty
Yeah.
quickly when you said when you make the librarian quote. Hey, could you give me like I'll probably interrupt you 20 times, but I want to hear
Yeah.
all the details of like how you end up on the show. Do you live in Austin?
Yeah. Yeah. I moved here about 3 months ago to live with my girlfriend. Yep.
And did you move there to do stand up?
It was kind of it worked out that she also moved out here to the Austin area. She's in her graduate program for anthropology, and so I mean, if her and I were not together, I may have ended up in New York. I wanted to go somewhere else that was not Knoxville, Tennessee. I love it there. That's where I started comedy, but I was definitely ready to try something new, try a new scene. So
Okay, so you chased vagina and it happened to be a good spot for comedy.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I call it love, but that's okay.
Fine. Yes, sorry, love.
Semantics.
Love. Yeah. And then so you go out there and did you already know about the show?
Yeah. I was very familiar. I've been watching it for the past year. You know, I think every comedian is pretty aware of it.
And when you get to town, what's the process of getting on the show?
Yeah, I mean, you want like full detail?
Yeah,
Stuff
I'd love it.
yeah.
I'd love it. I'd
Okay.
love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
So what you do is you go over to a bar that is adjacent to the mothership. It's across the street, kind of catty corner, I guess is the word. And it's called Four Choices. So you go over there, you sign up at 6:30. Everyone is standing in line. It's a long process of getting everyone through this long line where you go up and you got three people signing people in. They check your IDs. You have to sign a release if you've never done it before, in case you say something horrible. It's going to be on the internet. That's just what it is. So you kind of have to assume that risk. And then you wait there. They start pulling names.
How many people, Tyler, at the Poor Choices
Hundreds.
bar? Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Okay.
Yeah. And you got people inside the bar waiting. You got people outside in the street waiting, chain smoking cigarettes. And they start pulling names. So you got to be there. You have to physically be there from 8:30 to like 11, maybe like 10:30.
But even earlier because you have to sign up at 6:30.
Yeah, you got to sign up. So I sign up at around 6:30, but then I go try to hit another mic, before we actually have to be back there, just in case I don't get on. That way I can still do some comedy that night. Because
Holy shit!
as soon as you get there, you really can't go anywhere. I mean, I've seen people get their name pulled and they're not there because they're signing up somewhere else, and I'm sure they're crushed by it.
So, and when you're in line, are you by yourself, or is your girlfriend with you at 6:30?
Oh no, yeah, I wouldn't subject her to that.
Okay, so you go there. There's hundreds of people there. You sign in, and then you take off to a different comedy club, and you go there by foot.
Yeah, it's all walking distance. 6th Street. It's pretty close by.
Okay, and then did you in that night? So that night you didn't up?
That night, dude, I went and got pizza, and I went and ate 2 giant pieces of pizza. So I felt fucking terrible.
Okay.
And then that's the night. I was the last bucket pull, or second to last bucket pull that night. I had already like given up that it was going to happen that night. I kind of looked a little disheveled, I felt, when I went up there, but what are you gonna do?
How so hundreds of people sign up, but only like 5 people make it on every show?
Yeah, between 5 and 10. It kind of depends. If everyone is eating shit one after another, they'll do this thing that's like a speed round. They're like, let's get somebody who can do comedy up here. Because there are a lot of good people that are signing up, but there's also people that are like, oh, I've seen the show, I love it, let me try to get on. And then they're usually the ones that end up wanting to get it clipped from the episode because it's not good.
And how many times had you tried to get on before you got on?
I think I tried to do the numbers. I think that was like my 12th or 13th time.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and if you don't get on, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. If you don't get on, do you wait at the bar until they tell you, or at 8:00, do they let everyone who signed up sit in the audience?
No one in the Poor Choices is going into the audience. They have a standby line that people start to get it to arrive at like 1 p.m. On 6th Street. So you got people that have been waiting for the whole day to hopefully get into Kill Tony without a ticket.
When he pulls the ticket out on stage, is that just show? They already know who the people are going to be?
No, I think it's real. I think it's legit. And then they give it to a guy that works there who then has to run across the street. He's running. He's hauling ass.
Uh-huh.
And he comes over. The DJ cuts the music. He gets on the mic. He says, "Hey, so and so, you're on Kill Tony." And then they track them down. There's a lot of applause and stuff. That person follows him, and then you run back behind the alley.
And so when you're there in the bar, you're just hanging out by yourself, and then they call your name, and you're like, "Holy shit!" and your heart rate doubles?
I usually find something to do where I'm, talking to somebody or I'm trying to do some kind of writing. But this past time I was hanging out with this guy from Nashville, and we were literally sitting out there talking like, why do we do this? We're just wasting, several hours each night that we could be doing comedy. And then we were both like, yeah, but the opportunity is so cool. And then literally as we said that, he ran up, I heard my name. I went and chased him.
Tyler Gallant. Dude. Later, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was outside because I didn't hear it. So I heard a faint, like it could have been my name. And then as I walked closer to the door, people that recognized me were like, dude, it's you.
Holy shit. So of those 200 people or 300 people that are there waiting, do you know most of it? Do you recognize them from the other 11 times you were there?
Yeah, I recognize, and I know some of them from going to mics and stuff and doing shows out here. But, like I said, there's a lot of people that are visiting. There's a lot of people that are not really comedians that just want to go up there and get on.
And what about, are there people in costumes and shit, or they have their props with them, or they're just like,
oh yeah.
And you're just doing you.
Yeah, I'm just in street clothes.
Okay, so they call your name, and what did that feel like?
Oh, it's a rush. I've talked to several people about it too. It's a crazy rush because that's what we're there to do, and a lot of us that we've been waiting. If you add all the hours together, I think I'd waited, like probably somewhere 36 hours total, just to get on. So when you get called, it's cool.
Are you drinking when you're waiting?
I don't.
No, you want to?
No, because some people make that mistake. They get really high because they're bored, or they get drunk, and then they end up going on and they blow it. So it's like I don't want to do that.
You're not fucking that up. Well, you didn't fuck up. Congratulations. Okay, so they call you.
Thank you.
And then from when they call you, it's like what is it, like 50 yards before you're like on the stage? Like you walk over there?
Yeah, they bring you back, and
are you walking fast, or is it chill? Or
in my case, I think the guy that picked me up, and I'm spacing on his name. He's also a funny comedian out here. But we started walking over together. I was like ready to run. He's like, we got some time. Don't worry. We can just kind of walk over there. And then he told me who was on the show.
He does. He does be like, hey, by the way, Joe and Tucker on stage.
Yeah. Well, he started with Tucker, and I was like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then he said Jim Norton, and I was like, fuck, I love Jim Norton. And then he was like, yeah, and also Joe Rogan. And I was like, oh,
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So I immediately started getting anxious, because I don't want to blow it. I want to do a good job.
I think we were looking at their most popular shows in the history of the show, and I want to say that the one that you were on, it's on the first page when you click popular. I think the most popular one was like 4.4 million. It had Post Malone, and then the one that you were on had over 2 million. I want to say it's in the top 10 most popular. So, and I don't know do you have time to think, oh shit, this is going to be one of the most popular shows in the history of Kill Tony?
No, because I knew Joe had been on before. I was not even really considering that Tucker would draw more people in.
Are you a Tucker Carlson fan? Like, are you a fan of his?
Not really.
Okay. I am, so I know he's huge. Yeah, when I saw him on there, I was like, oh shit, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I like some of his stuff, but I don't follow him.
Yeah. Okay, I don't follow him too much too, but he's all over, I guess, social media, and every clip I hear, or like the few podcasts that I've heard, I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
like he's cutting into shit.
I like the way he stared down Putin, though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you watch the whole? Did you watch I watched that one. I did watch the entire thing. Did you watch that entire thing?
I watched most of it. I just thought it was hilarious that you know, he was trying to get answers out of Putin, and Putin was just like, "Let me tell you about 5,000 years of Russian history.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
we're gonna start 3000 BC, and we're gonna fucking take it all the way through."
I was like, fuck Putin. I hope this is real, like what you're saying, or it's like close to like, real facts.
Yeah,
Because like I'm learning shit. Like this is the most schooling I've done in 30 years. Like I'm
that
like,
was
I
that.
hope you're telling
Yeah,
the truth.
that was kind of cool. And like everyone talks about Putin, like he's, and I think he is probably pretty crazy. He's probably pretty up there as far as rulers go. But I mean, to see him like that poised and just to like so carefully walk through that much history was pretty impressive, honestly.
Hey, Tucker said, and people said that they thought that Putin got frustrated with him a few times. I didn't really see that. I thought it was just two men. I didn't see Putin get frustrated.
No, I think it was more of like Tucker being like, so what I think you're trying to say is you're trying to say this, and then Putin would be like, let me tell you what I'm trying to say. I need to
Yeah.
give you all of the context, and then I'll tell you what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I just thought,
Yeah.
as far as I know, that they seemed like friends when they were done.
Yeah, no, they seem fine. They probably both bareback some bears together.
Probably. Okay, so you cruise across the street. You got nothing in your hands. It's just you.
Yeah, I got a bunch of shit in my pockets that they take from you and just put it in like a little it's like a bus bin at a restaurant, pretty much.
Like your cell phone, your keys, and
Keys.
and whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so from when you start walking over there, then where do you go from there? You're just, they somehow get you backstage and you're behind the curtain?
Yeah, they take you up through the back of the club, and then you're going up several staircases where you got like many people that are just kind of waiting there, hanging out. They're all excited for you to be up there. They're all like high fiving you, giving you a thumbs up, which is only adding to the nerves at that point. And then you get to the point where you are, behind the curtain, and you can hear everything that's going out. So like in my mind, I'm like, I've seen this show a million times. This is where people are standing, before they're going up. This is crazy. And then
Yeah.
they tell you, in my case, I had more time. I don't know. I think some people get rushed out there, which might be better. So they don't have time to sit and think, but they were like, hey,
you
for
walk
you,
up the stairs and you go straight out.
yeah, I think some
Okay.
people have that experience because it's like, we're trying to keep the show, but they were doing an interview with the girl that was, or woman that was crushing it before me. And so they were like, hey, you have like 5 minutes. So just like do whatever you need to do. I just like covered my ears and just like went over my jokes a few times and hoped that I remembered it from doing it so many times.
Yeah, crazy. And then so does someone put you do you see the person before you come walking through the curtains and you're standing
Yeah.
there, so you see them leave?
Yeah, they leave and then a few seconds go by and then he calls your name. Yeah.
I guess part of the charm of the show is like how ghetto the whole setup is, right? The stage, the fucking just like the table they sit at. You see all the wires.
Oh
The
no, I wouldn't call it ghetto. I think it's a pretty decent setup. Behind the I mean it's a legit comedy club. And behind the curtain, I think what you might be thinking of is more of like when it was at, some of the previous locations. But now it's at the mothership. That's a legit operation.
in the video, it just looks like it's just like at a it does. Well, I don't know. To me, I mean, I haven't watched the show a lot. I don't know where they came from, but like the band is like packed in there too tight. The table looks like they bought it at Costco.
It's a little stage. I'll say that.
There's not
it's
enough
meant
room.
for-
Tucker's hanging off the side. Yeah.
yeah.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
it's
That's
meant for comedy. It's meant for stand-up comedy. So it's meant for just one guy to be up there and, doing what he needs to do with that space. But yeah, to have all these people is a little crazy.
yeah, wild. Okay, so great shot, Caleb. So you walk out, so you hear your name, and then is there someone with a hand on your shoulder and they just kind of shove you out?
Yeah, they give you a little push. Yeah.
And then
Wow,
you walk,
really?
and then you
Like
walk
you're learning
out
how
there.
to swim, like they're just
Holy
shoving you in the
shit.
water. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you go out there and I don't remember, do you shake hands with all the dudes or anything like that? No. Do they tell you to do that or not to do that?
They say don't touch anybody.
Oh, they do say that.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm not out here to, kiss anybody. I just want to go do the joke.
Wow.
But yeah, they give you explicit instructions, do not touch anybody. I think that's because so many people had, as soon as they come out, they try to shake all the people on the panel's hands. And I don't think Tony wants that.
Right. Okay. And then at that point you walk out there and do you look at them? Like, do you see them? You're like, oh shit, there's the guys. Oh shit, there's Joe.
I didn't want to look at him.
No, okay.
No, that would make it real. I didn't want it to be real. I wanted to just be going out there and, you know, telling my joke to the people that are listening.
It's like another set kind of thing.
And
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
what about the audience? How big is the audience? Like, are they packed in there? I never see the audience, but I always just picture them sitting at little round tables and there being way too many people in there.
I forget the exact layout and the capacity, but I think it's upwards of 275 to 300 people.
And it's packed.
Yeah, yeah.
And how many people are backstage before you go out?
Probably in total, 15, 20.
Okay. And so you do your up, and do you have any memories of being up there or feeling good about it or feeling bad about it as you're delivering it?
I felt good about the joke. I added some things to the joke that I stopped doing a long time ago. A couple of like tags that are just kind of bleh, you know. And I heard the meow, so I cut another tag out that I like to do. It kind of just adds to the very end of it. But other than that, I mean, I delivered the joke the way I wanted to. It's a lot of. I think they're used to seeing like people coming up and doing 30-second jokes or 20-second jokes, so it's like pop, pop, pop. But I like that joke because I know it's a minute long, and I know that every time I've done it, pretty much it's done pretty well. So
sorry, hold on one second. What color socks did you wear? Hey, fuck you. I know what you're doing. And what's a tag?
Tag is just something that you add on to a joke that you know, to kind of what's the word? Just make it stronger, I guess.
Like build context.
Yeah. So like, for example, the punchline is the please, you know, like that's the very end.
Yeah.
Or I guess you could say the punchline is isn't the librarian kind of a racist bitch? Like
Right.
that's what initially brings them in. And then everything else is kind of a tag on it. So it's like,
Okay.
I went to go check out a book. She called me the N-word 42 times.
Okay.
You know, and then another tag I like to say is she's putting up Huck Finn numbers by the hour. You know, like Huckleberry Finn. They say the N-word like 100 times in that book.
Oh, right.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
So
right.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Still trying to ban that in school.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
You probably heard the line, but Chaplin said a great joke only comes after a good joke. So the tags are all the great jokes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. It
No?
depends. And as comedians, I mean, it's like, it's hard to say, you know, which is the best each time, you know, like what's the best part of the joke. That's usually what you'd want to be the punch, I think.
And is there any is that show a competition? Like, do they pick a winner for the night, or what is the premise? No.
No, they give you, you know, a small joke book if you do okay. They give you a big joke book if you do really well. And then, you know, they'll book you on the secret show if they really, really liked you. So
And what are those joke books? Those are just empty pages. It's just a notebook for you to write in.
yeah, I can go grab it. I can show you.
Oh yeah, could you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, I saw Tony throwing people these little books, but you know what they look like to me? Like someone took 2 pieces of cardboard and just put those 3 big rings in them. You know, like when you make flashcards and you put a big steel ring through them when you're a kid.
Right.
That's what it looks like to me. It looks like it's just a card, like just a handmade.
Yeah, they're made of leather.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Oh, you got a big one.
Yeah. And I was booked on the secret show too. So
Oh, no shit.
No way.
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
Fuck, that's cool.
Okay, so he says to you, so you're done, and he throws you the big book, and that's your first feedback, right?
No, first feedback was I mean, as soon as I finished the joke, Tony said a lot of setup, you know, but a big payoff in the end. I had no idea where you were going with that. And then Jim Norton gave me my favorite feedback, which was just like, it was a very well constructed joke. And that meant a lot because I've been a fan of Jim Norton's for a really long time. So that was like surreal to have him compliment me.
And then he throws the big book to you.
We had like a 5-minute interview, which I felt okay about. I didn't really think there was anything that great about my interview. We talk about cocaine sharks.
Oh, that's right. I
Um,
remember
yeah.
cocaine sharks. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that ended up being, I think, the highlight of my interview. And then yeah, they book me on the secret show, throw me the big book, and then I'm out.
I'm gonna show you how dumb I am. Are there really things? Are there really sharks eating cocaine, or was that just all a joke?
No, that's real.
That is.
People that are sneaking drugs in the country via the sea.
Yeah.
They're ditching all the cocaine before they get caught, and sharks have really been eating it, and marine biologists are looking into it. So
Wow. While sharks on
it's
cocaine sounds like a clumsy Jaws Scarface crossover, some researchers say the idea may not be as wacky as it sounds. Wow.
terrifying.
This is the only place in the world where a shark could come into contact with such a massive dose of cocaine.
Yeah, man, it's not good.
Nuts. Oh, and Cocaine Bears. The eye-catching title is in homage to the Cocaine Bear, a recent film about a black bear going on a cocaine-fueled rampage. Wow. Okay. So then you do that, and he throws you the book, and then what happens to you? Do they tell you there you're going to be booked on the secret show?
Yeah,
Right
What-
there on stage.
Yeah, they'll usually ask like, what's the longest set you've ever done, and then you answer that, and then Red Band will say, I'd love to have you on the secret show.
Oh, that's right. I heard that. So is that his show?
Yeah, he runs that show over at Sunset Strip. That's his comedy club on 6th Street.
So what a great gig that dude has. That dude gets paid to be on a show. I'm assuming he gets paid.
Oh yeah.
And then Kill Tony, and then from there he's actually working to harvest comedians for his own comedy club.
Yeah, and he was originally the producer on Joe Rogan Experience.
I think I remember that. I think I remember
Mhm.
looking at a list of all the guests Joe had on once, and that Red Man guy, that was like it was the both of them.
Well, yeah, he now has Jamie, who's the producer, who kind of does all the like searching and sound bar stuff for him, but it was previously Red Band, and then Red Band started working with Tony Hinchcliffe, and so yeah.
Oh, it's Red Band. I always think it's
Yeah.
Red Man. Hey, I wonder if that dude regrets leaving Joe Rogan now.
I don't know. I can't pretend like I know anything about their dynamic, but it seems like they're still friends and they're friendly. So I don't think there was really any major falling out.
Because now Joe's bigger than all get out, obviously, but I guess he landed in a good place too. I guess Tony's show is getting massive. Hey, they're taking that show on the road and doing stadiums now?
Yeah, they were in LA last night, I think,
And
at the Kia Center.
It's crazy. Same format. People line up and
Yeah,
straight to YouTube also.
Yeah, their HEB on New Year's, their New Year's episode, they went to HEB Center, and apparently I was not available to go do it, but I know people that signed up and got to do a minute out in that arena, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so he tells you, hey, will you go to the secret club? And you're like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, here, let me grab my charger. I can keep talking.
No hesitancy.
To do the secret show?
Yeah.
No. I think everyone that goes on there wants to end up doing that. That's just it's a legitimate show. I'd only been there for a few months, so I haven't been booked on too many things. I've only been doing comedy for 2.5 years, so to be able to go do a real show with like some actual very funny working comedians was like definitely huge opportunity that I wanted to take.
And you've done it already.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it a few months ago now.
Awesome. Okay, I want to get to that in a second. So you go backstage, and then what happens once you get backstage? There's just someone there with a drink in their hand, and as soon as you walk through the curtains, they hand it to you.
No drink.
Oh.
Who told you there was a drink?
I just made that up. I thought that would be awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just walk through, and they're like, "Dude, Tyler, you the man," and some chick with huge tits hugs you and hands you a drink.
Yeah, and it's laced with fentanyl, and then you
Something.
nod out and die.
So
No.
when you're done, and they just kick you outside to the street.
Yeah. Well, I ran into a few people. I ran into William Montgomery back there. and got to talk to him for a little bit, so that was cool.
They're not rushing
Um,
you out. They're not like, hey, dude, it's crowded back here. Get out.
I mean, yes and no. You know, they're getting ready for who's next. Damn, I'm having trouble right now.
Someone just had
get
a
this to
seizure in
stay.
the audience. And when you say you talk to him, you like 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
No, it was like a minute. He mentioned that he's also from Knoxville, Tennessee, and that he used to perform at a club out there that no longer is in operation. So he and I just talked about that for a moment, which was cool. And then, yeah, and then I got out of there.
They give you your shit back?
Yeah, they give you all your stuff back for a price, and then yeah.
Does anyone back there tell you did a good job?
I'm just gonna fucking hold this. Yeah, pretty much everybody that I passed that heard me was like, "Hey, great job out there," which was it's good.
And then you get outside and you turn your phone on, and who do you call first? You call your mom or your girlfriend, or?
Yeah, I called my girlfriend. A lot of people will go back to Poor Choices, the bar, and kind of show off if they did really well. They'll show off their big gel blaster that they give you and the big joke book. It's kind of like it's just like flexing on everybody a little bit, and I didn't really feel like doing that, so I left the comedy club, took an immediate right to my car, called my girlfriend, and went home.
And were you ecstatic? Were you like screaming at her like, yo, I fucking killed it. I got the big book. I got invited to the secret show.
Well, I told her I talked about her a little bit on the show, and she was like, whoa, what'd you say about me? And then and then after we got over that, after I calmed her down, was like, I didn't say anything stupid. She was really excited for me.
Yeah, I hope you told her, hey, you're lucky I fucking talked about you. Don't.
No.
Did you say you got a gel blaster?
Yeah, they give you a big gel blaster too.
What is that? Like a Nerf gun?
It's kind of like a Nerf gun, but it shoots little gel pockets at you that are full of water or something.
Oh yeah, I think someone gave those to my kids one year for their birthday or something. That really sucked. They were all
It's one of their
the house.
sponsors. I think it's someone that sponsors them.
Did you assemble it?
No, man, I'm just keeping it in the box. I think it's just kind of cool.
Collector's item.
Yeah, just like the joke book. I mean, I'm not writing jokes in that. I do a lot of notes in my phone.
And then, that could be good on eBay one day. The Kill Tony joke book.
Yeah, maybe.
If you're in a pinch. Okay, and then, so is that the highlight of your career, you think?
Definitely the biggest thing I've done. Yeah, I mean, to this point, like I said, I'm 2.5 years in, and so I've done a lot of shows, but not anything that big where there's that many eyes on me, you know.
In this secret, what's it called? The Secret Club?
Secret show.
The secret show. They have your phone number and someone calls you and then books you?
Yeah, well, Red Band follows you, and then he reaches out the day of the show. I was nervous because I wasn't hearing from him, so I hit him up a couple times.
Like in his DMs.
Yeah. I was just like, hey, when's the show gonna be? You know, and I didn't hear back from him, and I was like, fuck, I blew it. He hates me already. And then he hit me up the day of the show. Was like, come on, like this is where you're gonna go. This is the lineup. So
the day of the show.
Yeah.
And that's just normal?
Yeah, I think for people that off of Kill Tony, you know, he has like real legitimate comedians on there that are like working and have lots of followers and stuff. So I'm sure for them, he's had more conversations with them. But for us, we're kind of the lowest on the totem pole in there. So
you think he has a list? He knows that, hey, we need 5 comedians, and he only has 2 that are like, I guess, well-known comedians, and then he just takes off the top of the list. I'm guessing something like that. And it was your turn. He calls you. Oh, fuck! What if you would have been busy? What if you?
Oh no! I mean, I made sure I was going to be there because the show is on Monday, and then you do the secret show that Thursday. So it's I knew in 3 days I needed to be there. Show starts at 8. Even if I'm not hearing from him, I'm going to be outside that club at like 7 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm up. Who are you?
yeah, kind of. Yeah, because no one sees it. No one sees the Kill Tony episode immediately. I don't know how many weeks it's backed up, but
Oh, those shows aren't live?
I don't think so.
No,
That's
they're
his
not.
that's his whole thing, that we're the world's largest live podcast. That's his whole bit.
Well, it's live in that, it's all recorded, in that, and it's in front of a live audience. I think that's more of what
Oh,
he's meaning.
no shit. So when they say every Monday at 8, it's not actually live.
No, I don't believe so. I mean, again, it's just live in that, there's a real people in the audience.
I can't fucking I wonder why they don't do it live. Live would be so much better, I think.
I think it's better in cases like Tony was at the roast of Tom Brady recently, which was a live event on Netflix, and so I think he needed to be prepared for that, and so he had a few weeks to pull from other episodes to post. So it's just kind of like, in case I can't do it this week, I have this one that's coming up. I think a lot of podcasts do that. I know that YMH, Your Mom's House, Tom Segura. I think it's pretty well known that he has like a backlog of podcasts too.
And Tony absolutely murdered the roast. He was like the best dude there.
Yeah, I saw. I don't have Netflix anymore. I got kicked out. But yeah, I saw his performance. It was really good.
Yeah.
Did your parents change the password or something?
No, my girlfriend's mom.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's in Greece for 100 days. So.
Tony probably in his world is like, on top of the world, right? His show's killing it. It grows every week. He's got so many big people on there, and then he does that thing like the roast, and that's got to like make it where he just fully has crossed over into full pop culture, right? I mean, for him, that must have been massive.
Yeah, I don't know where they were on the list of podcasts overall, but I think I saw Red Band post something that showed Kill Tony second only to JRE, Joe Rogan's podcast, after the appearance on the Tom Brady roast. So I think that did even elevate him even a little bit, or their podcast at least a little bit more.
And it also took me to the Snoop Dogg roast. Have you ever seen him on that?
Oh yeah. I've seen him on a lot of things. Yeah.
I could not. That was savage. The Snoop Dogg roast is savage.
Yeah. Another good one is the roast of Louis J. Gomez. It's the Skankfest guys.
Okay. I'll watch that after.
Legion of Skanks. Yeah, you should watch that one. That one's really funny too.
Do you come down? So that was 2 months ago. Do you come down from that? Like, do you go through any depression after that? Like, you go sky high and then you're like, fuck, now what?
No, I just try to keep expectations kind of low, because a lot of people, like, not a lot of people, very few people will go on there and then immediately their life changes. They're doing shows at the mothership all the time. They're doing all this stuff. And so like, I tried not to be like, oh, that's going to happen to me, because, I didn't want to, I just wanted to keep kind of grinding. I want to earn, my spot out here. So I'm going to just keep doing my thing.
You said you've been doing it for 2.5 years. What do you denote as, or what's the demarcation line from I'm not a comedian to like, okay, I'm a comedian?
Oh no, I think you're a comedian as soon as you start actually writing jokes and going to open mics and making people laugh. I think you're a comedian at that point. But like I would like to pay my bills. With comedy. That's where I want to be. So
be able to have Netflix.
Exactly. Yeah, not have to worry about getting kicked off.
It's like being a professional. That's how professional athletes are, right? I mean, basically, they work their ass off, and they're like, man, if I could just pay my bills throwing the javelin.
Yeah, man. I would like to be just like a minor league hockey equivalent of a comedian, where
Right.
they're making like 60,000 a year, but they're doing what they love to do. Like, I would be okay. I would be so welcoming of that. Yeah.
And how often do you do comedy, live comedy?
I do open mics all the time. I'm actually running an open mic later this afternoon in East Austin. But I try to do it, now that my girlfriend is out in Greece for she has like a school student visa, and she's doing some kind of anthropology program out there. So she's going to be gone the next 100 days. So my goal is to do comedy every single day, 3 times a day if I can.
Are you more creative with her gone? Is it easier?
No, I mean, I have more time, I guess, a little bit. She's pretty cool about me going and doing it very often. She knows that I really want to do this. And when she's here, I think creatively I can like bounce things off of her. So that's good. But now it's just like the repetition is going to go up through the roof. So
And will you do your ups just at home by yourself?
oh, do I like run my material at
Yeah.
home?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll kind of like pace around and walk, and I do a lot of writing in the car, which is illegal.
Yeah.
But I like to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that for the podcast too. Take notes. How do you do it? Do you have one of those things that sticks on your windshield and your phone sits right there?
Probably should.
Oh, those are
no,
awesome. That I just
it-
got one of those about 6 months ago. It changed my life. You
yeah.
look like an Uber driver, but man, having your phone there is amazing.
Yeah, I need one of those. I just hold it in my hand. I'm pretty good at not looking and just typing it out, and I can usually translate it later on. But like if something comes to me, I want to at least get it down, get the premise down, so I can revisit it later.
And sober. Are you sober? Pretty sober?
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't do anything. You don't smoke weed or get drunk or do acid or try to get inspired by any medicinal shit like that.
Nah.
No.
No, and I know people that do go up and they use that or they get high and like to go on stage, and it's like I just I don't know that I would get anything out of it. So
Yeah, it would just make me paranoid and want to run home.
yeah, or being like tipsy, like I feel like I wouldn't be as sharp as I want to be. So I just don't like to do that.
Is it fun what you're doing, or do you feel uncomfortable pressure, or like
No, it's
trying to?
fun.
It is fun.
It's fun, and when I was doing it in Knoxville, I kind of accepted that this is a long process. It's like usually 10 to 15 years before a comedian is like who they're going to be, and then that's usually, for the really successful ones, that's typically when their career starts taking a really big upturn. So I'd accepted, this is a long process, but then you come out here and you see people that have been doing it for a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, and they're achieving massive success. And then you start comparing. And so that's what I'm currently trying to work through is like, don't look at what other people are doing. Just focus on yourself, focus on being funny, and opportunity will come.
What about just like letting go? So like I do some bits on this show that I would have never done, the first year I did the podcast. And then basically as time goes on, I've learned more and more just to let go. Just let go. Just like don't worry. Just nothing bad's gonna happen. Even if someone gets mad, you're gonna do another show tomorrow. You're gonna do another show tomorrow. Do you feel like I'll give you a specific example of what I mean by letting go. You're raised by your parents, and your parents form you, and there's things you're supposed to say and there's things you're not supposed to say, and you have to kind of like break through that. Do you feel that? Does that resonate with you, what I'm saying? Like, hey, just fucking let go. Just get fucking wild. Just like more like instead of create it, channel it.
Yeah, I mean, before a big show, the nerves always hit,
Mhm.
so I try to just, just be like, this is what I like to do. Like, this isn't a scary thing. This isn't a bad thing. This is like your body is telling you, hey, this is a scary thing.
Mhm.
This is not good. But I have to remind myself I love doing this, and I love going up and I love making people laugh. So I try to channel that when I can.
Do you have a like kind of like a Zen tea party or a process you go through? If you're ever, like, let's say like your chick's out of town and you're like, okay, I want to write some comedy. Before I do that, I need to do 10 jumping jacks. I need to sing 3 songs, and I need to like drink so much water that I feel uncomfortable. Do you have anything like
No,
that? And then you're like,
coffee
okay, I'm
maybe.
ready. Coffee. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
coffee, cigarettes, those kinds of things start to get me thinking.
Get you going.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Thank you so much for sharing the experience. I'm so stoked for you, and I appreciate you coming on. I was so curious how the whole thing unfolds. It's kind of like how I imagined. And I guess that's the charm of the show, that it's just kind of like fly by the seat of the pants.
Yeah, yeah, it was really cool. Hoping to be on it again in the next couple of months. And if You ever
Oh,
need
are you
somebody?
going back there in line? Do you go back to the? Are you going back to the people? What's that place called? The People's Choice.
Poor
Poor
choices.
choices.
Oh, Poor Choices. Are you? Do you go? Are you still going back there and signing up?
I haven't been in a while, but I think I'm going to start going back on Mondays and just see if I can get back up there. I have, I obviously have more material that I'd like to go up there and do, and see if I can get any more kinds of opportunities and exposure.
Hey, do they do any home cooking? Like pick, or does it feel like it's really random?
Yeah, I can't say if they do that or not. But it feels pretty random.
Yeah,
hmm
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and you it's on Mondays for you too. It's every month. If you want to go, it's Monday at 6:30. You show up there.
Yeah, Monday 6:30. Get in line. Yep.
Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
dude. Well, I follow you now. I can't wait to see you get up there again. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story.
Yeah, man. You ever need another panel guest to watch those hot dudes lift?
Yeah,
I'm here.
yeah. Okay.
Dude,
I'm
that'd be
here.
crazy.
All right. Are you
Yeah.
good at tearing people up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I can do that. I can absolutely do that. Give me 2 cups of coffee. I'll be ready to talk.
Yeah. Hey, in my so I don't know if you're familiar, but there's this thing called CrossFit, and it's all over the world, but it's still really small. But it's just
Yeah.
happens to be all over the world. It's fucking everywhere, but it's still small. And just no one's really cracked the code ever on how to make it something palatable. And I remember I would watch Kill Tony and I'd be like, how the fuck do people watch this? This show's so stupid. And then I went to bed one night and I was like, hey, you dipshit, drop that narrative about that show being stupid, because it's obviously popular, and what can you learn from it? And within seconds I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
just
if you're
we're supposed to, CrossFitters are supposed to be nice to each other, support you. You're not obese, you can work it off. Good luck, push harder. And I was like, we just need to do the Kill Tony version of this. Let people. Did you see the show? Do you know the
I
premise?
watched a little bit. I just I heard you guys saying he's walking out with a big puddle of cum out in the middle of the floor. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
Jesus.
okay, yeah, yeah. So basically, that dude does the workout, and then we have a phone number on the bottom, and you send a link, and then we send you a StreamYard link like I sent you this morning. Then you come on and do it, and then
Yeah.
we just talk hellacious shit to you. And then if you win, you get $500, and we do 4 or 5 people a week. And then if you don't, the money rolls over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would seriously come on and do that, because sometimes we'll need people to come on. That would be fun to have you.
Do the exercises?
No, just like a
Okay, no.
non-CrossFitter, just talk shit.
Yeah, no, I'll talk shit whenever needed. I'll do that. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really
Yeah.
kind of you.
Sick.
Okay. All right. So I have your phone number.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
let me
and
know.
we go every Saturday morning, and usually I am really we fly by the seat of the pants too. So I'll text you in like the night before.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Please
right,
do.
Tyler, that's really cool of you. That's generous. You're
Yeah.
the
Good.
first person who's offered to come on like that. Thank you. Usually it's just the athletes are like, get me in, I'll beat them.
No, man, I want to talk shit about people I'm jealous of.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
Just project all your insecurities onto them
Yeah,
and beat them
yeah.
down.
right.
You're exactly what my girlfriend wishes I was. I
Yes.
hate you. That's what it's gonna be.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be the name of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, do you think they're going to send me? People keep telling me, Tyler, that they're going to send me a cease and desist because we call the show Kill Taylor.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know those laws.
Yeah, I don't know them either.
Maybe you could do murder Taylor. Maybe you could change the verb there.
Yeah, or just leave it as K Taylor.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ketamine Taylor. I don't know.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Good to meet you. Good to have you on the show.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, ciao.
See you, Tyler.
Wow,
Holy fuck.
a non-CrossFitter
That
come
would
on
be
there and just mash people.
that'd be amazing.
Wow.
We need a replacement for Tyler anyway.
Oh, poor Tyler. Tyler.
The other one.
Tyler Watkins.
Yeah.
Or Taylor Self.
Watkins.
Well, that was cool. He looked bigger when he was on the Kill Tony show. He looked more petite in on our show.
He's a good looking dude. Very handsome.
You think so?
Yeah. I like his hair.
He's just clean.
He is very clean.
You like anyone with hair.
That's true. I'm projecting my insecurities on him.
Yeah. Damn, he was on with fucking Tucker. Oh, darn it. I wanted to ask him why didn't it seem like before all the good comedians were liberals and now it's like none of the good comedians are liberals? Like you feel that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody who's liberal is trash comedian. None of their shit makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Nice bone structure.
Yeah, that.
I could not watch Kill Taylor live, but it was fire. What a suspense. Yeah, thanks.
That
I'm
was good
pretty.
shit.
I thought it was. I don't know why I'm saying thank you, but I thought it was absolutely amazing too. I was talking to Greg about it, and he's like, "Hey, you should let Taylor have an opportunity after someone beats him to go again and beat their time." But I don't know if that's.
That's
I
too
don't know
much.
if he can't do that workout twice in 40 minutes anyway, right?
No, that would be fucking
die.
horrible idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He blows his load in the first one. That's the best one you're gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's Mother's Day today.
Yeah, I need to call my mom. Happy Mother's Day to all you MILFs.
Yeah, to all you MILFs. I saw this yesterday. I thought this was pretty funny. These California students received $1 million.
Huh?
Oh, shit. California students get $1 million after they were expelled for wearing supposedly racist acne mask. School officials falsely accused the boys of posing for a photo in blackface. It's not even black; it's green.
Right.
It's amazing. During a sleepover in August 2017, 3 14-year-old boys, 2 of whom were about to start attending St. Francis High School in Mountain View, California, took a picture of themselves wearing dark green acne masks. One of the boys, who was hosting the other 2, had severe acne, and his friends applied the mask in an act of playful solidarity. They took the picture because they thought they looked silly. 3 years later, after another teenager obtained the picture and posted it online, the 2 St. Francis students were falsely accused of posing in blackface and were forced to leave the school under the threat of expulsion.
Oh my God.
That sentence doesn't even make sense. They were forced to leave the school under the threat of expulsion. I mean,
that's expelling. The threat of leaving the school. That's what that is, isn't it?
Were you forced or were you threatened?
I don't. What?
This week in California, hey, we're going to expel you tomorrow. All right, fine, then I'm not coming.
Fine, then I'll leave. Okay, so then you just got expelled.
That was a nasty loogie. This week, California jury awarded the boys identified as AH and HH in their lawsuit against the school $1 million in damages plus a tuition reimbursement of $70,000. A photograph of the innocent event was plucked from obscurity and grossly mischaracterized during the height of a nationwide social unrest. You mean the complete fucking George Floyd psychosis? Right. The boy's family said that they filed their lawsuit in 2021. The photo came to light in June of 2020, a month after Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin killed. He did not kill George Floyd.
Nope, he sure didn't.
Man, Reason Magazine's gone to shit. This is horrible writing. Including one where recent graduates of the school posted a meme about Floyd's death on Instagram. Because of that context, AH and AH argued St. Francis officials rushed to judgment. That's awesome. The boys did not use the face mask or take the photograph with any ill intent, bias, or prejudice, let alone in connection with any racist sentiments or epithets, the lawsuit said. Wow, that's awesome. The school representative said they respectfully disagree with the jury's conclusion about the fairness of our disciplinary process. They added that the school is exploring legal options, including a possible appeal. It's a green acne mask. How are you going to appeal that? Fucking woke fucktards.
What a bunch of idiots.
In case you didn't know, the charter of Hamas and Hezbollah and the country of Iran, one of their charters is to kill all Jews. To kill. Hi Seema. Here we go. This is gonna get weird here. To kill all Jews. Here we go.
Believe Iran really wants to kill all the Jews if they could?
They
The
said-
Iranian regime, yeah.
they-
Do you believe Hamas is serious when they say we'll keep doing it over and over again? Do you agree that they will if they can?
I do. Hamas
Okay,
will, but
right.
not the
Do you believe that
Palestinians.
Hezbollah is a terrorist organization also bent on the destruction of the Jewish state?
Hezbollah is a terrorist organization.
Okay, so Israel's been hit in the last few weeks by Iran, Hezbollah, and Hamas, dedicated to their destruction. And you're telling me you're going to tell them how to fight the war and what they can and can't use when everybody around them wants to kill all the Jews? And you're telling me that if we withhold weapons in this fight, the existential fight for the life of the Jewish state, it won't send the wrong signal? If we stop weapons necessary to destroy the enemies of the state of Israel at a time of great peril, we will pay a price. This is obscene. It is absurd. Give Israel what they need to fight the war they can't afford to lose. Do you believe Iran really wants to kill all the Jews if they could?
They
The
said-
Iranian regime, yeah.
He's such an idiot.
The black dude.
Lloyd Austin, yeah.
Yeah, he is a fucking moron.
There's
God, he's a moron.
yes, we cannot give them any weapons, and we must tell them that they need to fight the war the right way.
1.5 million, 1.5 billion Muslims, 1.5 billion Muslims, 12 million Jews. Think about that. 54 Muslim states, nations, one Jewish nation. Surrounded on all sides by people who want to kill them. I don't know if Egypt still wants to.
Well, they're definitely not trying to help them.
And there's people protesting too. Fucking crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. It was weird. Instagram suggested me that I follow this guy. He just popped up in my feed. Crazy.
Russell Brand.
Yeah.
You don't follow him already?
I do now. But with my new account, I like all the people I used to follow got erased, sent into
Oh,
oblivion.
right.
Now we know that ivermectin isn't bad for you. And CNN anchors like Chris Como, who you've probably heard of, are using ivermectin themselves. Let's track where Chris Como was and where Chris Como is. And again, like to his credit, he's publicly admitted this transition.
Ivermectin, a dewormer, really?
They are shaming themselves. No one has to shame them. They're shaming themselves.
No, they need to
by
be
doing
shamed.
that. Yeah.
They need to be called out and shamed,
Yeah.
brother.
Well, let's have a look at
Brother.
Chris Como saying in 2024.
I am taking a regular dose of ivermectin. Ivermectin was a boogeyman early on in COVID.
You couldn't talk about it.
That was wrong. We were given bad information about ivermectin. The real question is why?
That dude's wife pegs him for sure.
Big time.
That dude's wife pegs him fucking so hard.
He looks
Everyone's going to
bad.
say Joe Rogan was right. No, Joe Rogan was saying, yeah, he was right.
That's amazing. No, Joe Rogan. No, wait, actually. No, that is true.
They were.
And the truth is Joe was walking the line. Joe was kind of being a pussy for a long time too. He just wouldn't just straight up say, hey, it's fat people and old people.
Right.
Man, he was really avoiding it. And then finally he clicked over. Judy Reed, he fed us bad information. Yeah. It's so funny that he says we were given. That's how I know he gets pegged. We were given.
You're giving bad information. You're the guy giving the information.
You fucking idiot.
You're the guy.
What a complete fucking douche canoe. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Brace yourself. Here we go. God, here we go.
Palestinians were offered a state in 1936 in the Peel Commission. They rejected it. They were offered a state in 1947, the UN partition plan. They rejected it. They were offered a state in 1967 after Israel conquered Judea and Samaria and the West Bank. They rejected it. They were offered a state in 2000, Yasser Arafat, Ehud Barak. They rejected it. They were offered a state with Ehud Olmert 2008. They rejected it. Israel unilaterally withdrew from Gaza in 2005, and they did not create a state. In fact, where were you, Cenk, when you say that you care about Palestinian children, when Hamas stole the highest rate of per capita international foreign aid, larger than the Marshall Plan, from Palestinian children, did not build schools for them, did not build hospitals, took all the money to buy bombs and to build a network of tunnels, which is larger than the New York subway system. Where were you then? Why did you only come up now? In fact, when Bashar al-Assad killed 600,000 children, Arab children, when he gassed them with mustard gas, my organization took out full-page New York Times ads to protect them from sarin gas. Where were you then? The Palestinian.
Imagine Jews taking full-page ads out in the New York Times to save Arab children. And all these fucking countries sit around every day chanting death to fucking Jews. It's fucking wild. I don't understand. Cenk is a paid actor. Man, he is a horrible person. He is a horrible person. Someone needs to get him a fucking Peloton too. He's a mess. He's a fucking mess.
Were offered a state in 1936.
I don't know how it could be any more clear. Like, if you're Palestinian, you got to go. You got to run. You're not the first people to run. The Jews ran. The Armenians ran. Shit works out great for them. I like this.
Mexicans are running.
Yeah, Mexicans are running. No, thank you. Actually, it's not even the Mexicans. I think they're staying in Mexico. I think I heard it's like less than 5% of the people who cross the border are actually Mexicans.
I told somebody that the other day, and they were in disbelief. I was like,
Yeah.
You realize that it's just open down there, right? Like anybody can get there. Anybody can walk through.
And they didn't believe you?
They didn't believe me.
Hey, it's worse than that too. Not only can anyone get through, but the Border Patrol is waiting to help you across.
Right. Well, did you see there was a massive group of, like, I think it was like 2,000 people who came across the border. They all had lawsuits against them. And the state, I think it was either the state of Texas or New Mexico or whatever, dropped the lawsuits and then just handed them over to Border Patrol to be processed, to be either removed or allowed.
Where was that? Say that again, Caleb. Where was that?
I think it was in Texas. They just had like 2,000 people. They had like lawsuits against 2,000 people for illegally crossing the border. And they ended up dropping all of the lawsuits and just passing them over to Border Patrol to be processed.
Of course. Wow, look at that sweat ring.
Yikes, dude.
SEMA cannons. Stop making it. God damn. Stop making it about religion when you know this is about bypassing the Suez Canal. I don't even mean to make it about religion. I just mean to. I'm just using those terms, Jews and Muslims, to categorize people. I hear you though. Okay, here we go. This is good.
7-Eleven or 9/11? I didn't fucking ask it.
I'm not mad at it, to be honest with you. That's actually a very sophisticated way of asking if I'm a Hindu or Muslim. When you think about it, that guy knows more than you realize. That wasn't standard issue racism.
Yeah.
That was, I know enough to be racist and it's funny. I can't be mad at this man. But don't ever call me Muslim again, though. I'm 5'7" out this bitch, bro. Probably be taller if I was Muslim because of the region.
So the answer is 5-7-11. Are you 7-Eleven or 9/11?
That's interesting distinction. I didn't think about that. Hindu versus Muslim. I wonder if that is true, that the dudes who work at 7-Eleven are the Hindus. Oh shit, I lost Caleb. Oh, there he is. I don't know what the fuck happened to Caleb. He got hotel internet. He got hotel internet. This kid's account, this is called the Outrage Teen. This kid's account. Hi, Caleb. You turned your lights
Hey.
off?
They're censoring me.
This kid's just been filling my feed lately.
Yesterday, Gavin Newsom's attorney blatantly said that she doesn't believe
I
taxpayers
hate
have
him.
the ability to make decisions about how much they're taxed. This is all because Newsom and the state legislature are taking the proponents of a taxpayer protection initiative to court to get that initiative off the ballot completely. The initiative makes it so that every new tax that's approved by the state legislature has to get approved by the voters before becoming law. And they don't like this because they're claiming that this could cause government services to be cut back. Recent homeless audit literally showed us how bad government services have failed us. So you know what? If you're going to be incompetent like that, screw your government services. In fact,
By the way, you remember during COVID, Newsom said publicly, we're not giving out all the information because the public isn't smart enough to decipher the information. And now we're not smart enough to vote on our
Forgot
taxes.
about that. Of course.
How does anyone fucking vote
We're uninformed.
Democrat? It's fucking wild.
It's okay. They know better than us. They know what's best for us.
So wild. Man, Gavin Newsom really makes
Why make
me
any
sick.
decision when you have experts?
When you have Gavin Newsom to decide for you, get back to work.
Exactly.
Trouble in the Secret Service. Oh, this is great. Have you heard this story? So this
No.
Kamala Harris, so the Secret Service was hiring based on DEI policies. Have you heard this story yet? What happened to Kamala Harris's Secret Service?
No.
She had a fucking nervous, one of her Secret Service agents had a nervous breakdown and meltdown, and the other agents had to fucking handcuff her and take her away. All because of DEI, dude. They're hiring the people to protect the vice president of the United States based on DEI. Can you imagine wanting a woman to fucking protect you if you were fucking the high value target? Like, you would have to justify it. You would have to justify it. Like, hey, we need a woman here so she can blend into the crowd. Like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it would have to be the utility based on the fact she is a woman.
They'd have to be.
Why would you ever want
so
a woman to
fucking
protect
confident.
you over a man? Yeah. Why would you ever? That's fucking nuts.
Been plagued by scandals since Biden's election. They slammed the brakes on the White House Koch investigation, then destroyed the evidence. Naomi Biden's Secret Service detail got carjacked right in front of her house. And of course, there's Commander. But the scariest incident happened just a few weeks ago when a Secret Service agent assigned to Kamala Harris wigged out, attacked her colleagues, and pelted them with maxi pads. The freakout was so concerning, she had to be hospitalized. That agent had a checkered past. Before she joined the service, she was a cop with a controversial fatality and a dismissed lawsuit on her jacket. A lot of people were asking how someone like that could get so close to the second most powerful person in the country. Constitutionally, that's Kamala. Today, an anonymous group of Secret Service agents signed a petition and sent it to Congress, demanding an investigation into Secret Service Director Kim Cheadle, specifically her DEI hiring project.
How could that be? Like, I just see her and I know she doesn't work. She can't be the head of the Secret Service. I have enough discernment. I don't choose her. What are you basing that on, Sevon? I'm not fully in touch with it, but I can just tell you, I would not pick her to be head of the Secret Service. There's no way. I have discernment. Well, you're sexist or racist. You don't like white women? I don't know. Maybe I don't like the way she carries herself. I don't think she cares about herself enough. Maybe it's that dumbass necklace. Maybe it's because she looks like she's overweight.
Cheadle promised to transform the Secret Service by hiring more women.
Why the fuck would you do that? What would be the premise of why would that be a goal of yours to ever hire more women for anything? Why? It's like, why would you hire more men? Like, listen, if you need babies made, more women. You need second graders taught, more women. You need more nurses, more women.
I don't know.
Secret
I've met
Service?
I've met some nurses that are not great.
Women that are not great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Only problem? They say all these female hires aren't really being vetted. Multiple sources say the agent in Kamala's detail had a history of poor judgment and wasn't, quote, held to the same rigorous standards expected of all Secret Service agent candidates during her recruitment, training, and eventual assignment.
No shit.
The sources also told the petitioners she failed the drill known as Hogan's Alley. It's one of those courses where you run through simulated ambushes and have to shoot bad guys, not civilians. Instead, she shot the civilians and let the bad guys live. You're not supposed to fail that test to be promoted to protect the vice president's life. The petition claims Director Cheadle, who at that time was the special agent overseeing her exam, graduated her anyway. If true, that's a huge problem. The petition says the agency is vulnerable to, quote, potential insider threats. These agents are demanding an immediate congressional investigation and want the director dismissed. The Secret Service says it's evident that this anonymous petitioner does not embody the U.S. Secret Service's values of service over self. Our strength comes from our diversity.
No, your strength does not come from your diversity. Your strength does not come from your diversity.
Exactly.
There's a specific person you want. By the way, she was arrested. They handcuffed her and took her away while she was protecting the vice president.
In the knowledge, skills, experience, and perspective each employee brings. The Secret Service has been
fucking nuts, right?
That's insane. It's embarrassing, honestly.
I guess I'm trying to think of where diversity would help. I guess like it depends. In skin color, I can't think of anything really, but like you want a diverse amount of, I guess, bacteria introduced to your kids so they can build a strong immune system. I guess you want, if you have a basketball team, you want a diverse skill set. Like every dude can't be dunking. Some dude's got to be able to dribble down the court. But just choosing based on skin is just, or genitalia is insane.
Yep, for sure.
What a fucking weird world we live in. Kamala. I wonder if she's pissed.
No, she probably wants that lady back on her service. Whenever you feel up to it, we'd love to have you back at work.
Here's another great one. This is in regards to the documents, classified documents, supposedly that they found at Mar-a-Lago. Olivia, my husband's partner was hired for her Spanish. She's a terrible cop. It's insane how she is even a cop. Yeah, crazy.
Hire her as a translator. Don't make her a cop. Like, you can hire somebody for a specific skill set. You don't have to make them do everything else.
Diversity for language or blending into crowds. Yeah, for sure. And that's what I was talking about. Like, if you were going to have a woman who's a Secret Service agent, I could see picking her because she's qualified, but also because she blends in, right?
Right.
Like you need a woman. You can't have a dude in a spot. I totally get that for blending in. But it better be like a specific reason. Like if just generic Secret Service agent, dude. Guy with gun stands at door, shoots people, dude. Not girl. Here we go.
Remember this photo? This is a photo that was everywhere when the FBI raided Trump's home Mar-a-Lago on August 8, 2022. This is also the very photo that the FBI or Department of Justice leaked to the media, ensuring that it was published everywhere for everyone to see. Notice those classified cover sheets. Yeah, it now turns out that those were not part of the documents. It turns out that the FBI paper clipped those covers on the top of the documents for the photo op. It now turns out that a number of those top secret labels don't even match the documents they were supposedly meant to protect. All this was revealed from a newly uncovered disclosure in a special counsel Jack Smith's case against Donald Trump. So the FBI and the Department of Justice tampered with evidence and participated in a hoax to target a former and likely the next president of the United States. And they have been lying about it for nearly 2 years. Of course, these are the same agencies that came up with Russia collusion hoax, trying to remove a sitting president, Donald Trump, from office. These are also the same agencies that withheld intelligence from a sitting president, Donald Trump, while in office, and wiretapped him. So what's happening here is the bringers of justice care so much about justice and dangers to democracy that they spent 8 years committing serious crimes, including treason, to remove an elected president from office, yet they found nothing. So they continue to commit serious crimes, including treason, to make sure he wouldn't get elected again.
You think they really did that?
I don't know. I would imagine if you're going to take pictures of documents that could be classified, they need to have like a cover page on them. I know when we have like classified documents and stuff, and they're just.
You mean so like if the photo gets out, people don't see it,
right?
Like what the document is,
right? So I mean that's feasible, but I mean you don't want to expect that they're thinking with the best judgment.
Jonathan Ortega, Secret Service hires used to come from Delta Force, Special Forces, and other special operations teams. They started putting LinkedIn jobs the last couple of years. Crazy.
That's when you know it's bad. When it goes on LinkedIn.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. I think all that shit, I think all of Trump shit's going to get thrown out slowly but surely. I don't know how he can't win. Okay, here we go. This is pretty good.
What bothers me is why the hell am I the only person in the Republican Party who has the guts to say English should be our national language?
I know.
Why am I the only person who can actually offer legal argument for why we should be able to end birthright citizenship without a constitutional amendment? And so the irony to me is I can answer that.
I can answer that.
Yeah.
It's because of the color of your skin. And I don't mean that, I'm saying you are inoculated. You know, for someone who looks like she's straight from the hip.
I disagree with that. I'm going to be back at you, Steve. I'm going to hit you hard for that. That is because the rest of you are freaking lazy. And
Cowards.
The conservative movement has grown lazy. Cowards. People in this country have common sense. What we really lack is courage.
Yes.
So I'm not going to buy some BS that like my last name or my skin color insulates me. Think about it. I had to step down.
No, but that's the perception. You have balls, but other people won't criticize you.
But let's just level at this. We're having some fun here. I stepped down from my CEO of a company, multi-billion-dollar company that I founded, led as CEO, built it from scratch, wasn't born into money, and had a choice to do what every other biotech CEO was doing in the wake of George Floyd. Chose not to do it. Did not issue a statement in favor of BLM because saving this country involves some measure of sacrifice.
Yeah.
So to somebody, I get this from white friends all the time, good-hearted people. It's like, I love that you can say it because I can't. My answer is bullshit. You're just a coward. Stand up and actually say it. Stand for your actual convictions, because if you can't stand for your convictions, you don't have any at all. I think the thing that bothers me is why the hell am I the only?
It's really, I mean, this is like a theme to the show. This is like a theme to the show. That's why it's crazy. Is you know, as contradictory to what I normally say. That's why people with melanated skin have to speak up. They have to. The people with melanated skin have to speak up so that they can liberate white people who are shackled to this fucking poor black people story. It's fucked, but it's where we're at. It's where we're at. There was there's another good one. Let me see if I can find it with Charlie Kirk. And this black guy rolls up.
The shush is catching on.
What? Say it again.
The shush is catching on.
The show?
Tyler. The shush.
Oh.
Tyler started a new thing.
If your kid is the only
black kid in the school, in the class, in the neighborhood, that is not a neighborhood for that child. That is a neighborhood for you.
You know what's interesting to me? Black people used to be against prejudice, bigotry, ignorance, and racism. And now it seems like we're leading the pack in all those categories. Bravo, Black people. Bravo. You have literally turned into the thing that kept you in bondage for so many years.
If your kid is the only
Isn't
white
that
kid in
crazy?
the
They've
school,
and
in the
that's like
class,
the pop
in
psychology,
the
but like,
neighborhood,
yeah, you do turn into.
that is not a
Read the
You do
comment.
turn. Anyone else notice this? Keep listening to Democrats and their bigoted lies. So getting out of the hood is a bad thing now?
You missed it. You missed on this one.
Oh, you missed on this one, my boy. Oh, here we go. Let's see what
crazy.
I'd assume he thinks he's right, but it just seems like he thinks white is right for some reason. Wow.
Oh, it rhymes, so it must be the right thing to do.
My school was split almost 50-50. The black kids I went to school with mostly ended up in Section 8 like their parents were. The town over had 3 black kids in the graduating class of the same year. All 3 moved to put their kids in that school. Town is almost entirely white. One of them is the executive of Cisco Foods, making around $300K a year. One is the mayor of the city, and the other runs a successful construction company.
Oh, wow. Weird how that works.
Yep.
It's almost as if it doesn't matter. That's crazy.
I disagree. Being a child of parents who moved to the suburbs in the 70s, I enrolled in school where I would be one of 2 or 3 black children. I hated it. Being singled out by the teacher when disruptions happened in the class, constantly being called the N-word by adults waiting for the bus, fighting racist bullies in school doesn't build character. It creates trauma. It's not racist to want a balanced life for your children, a safe space where they are affirmed, loved, protected. Our problem is we are always wanting to prove we belong somewhere. That's madness. We have a safe, nice, diverse community where children thrive. I believe that's where the original poster was getting at. She doesn't disagree with them, though. She didn't even disagree with them.
Some of that last one said, by definition, a black person cannot be a racist.
Of course not.
That's a trip.
Hey, listen, by no means am I suggesting if you're the only black kid at your school, is that going to be fun, or it might not be weird. Just like if you're the only white, I mean, I think tons of us have had friends where they were only a handful of white kids at an all black school. I mean, Howard Stern talks about it all the time, getting beat up, being the only white kid at the school. Want to see Whoopi Goldberg? I got my notes are just out of control again. I just feel like just rushing through them and getting rid of so many. Here we go. Whoopi.
One is obligated to have an abortion. So you never have to have one. And I hope no one ever has to have one. But if you find yourself in a position where you have to, I want to make sure, and I'm way past having kids. I want to make sure, yes, way past. I want to make sure that if you decide this is what you need to do, I'm going to get behind you because I don't know your life. And if you say this is what you need, that's what I'm going to do. 50 weeks, 75,000 weeks, whatever, how many weeks, it's nobody's business. It's you, your doctor, and God. That's who you have to be conversational to. And it's not mentioned in the Big Ten. I'm just going to say. No. In the Big Ten, it is not mentioned. The commandments? Yeah. You know, because I figured God was pretty clear. Here's the stuff that'll make your life better on earth. Here's the thing. Don't lie, because you don't want people lying to you. Don't mess with somebody's wife, because you're going to be mad if they're messing with yours. Just, you know, common sense stuff.
Say, thou shalt not kill.
They believe that. Yes, well, here's the thing. I think thou shalt not kill cannot be used as the block because we allow wars. No one is up.
Holy shit. So it's always abortion's a trip. Killing babies is a trip because there's always a justification.
Thou shalt not kill is not associated with abortion because, you know, we have wars and stuff.
I mean, she already said she would allow the murder of a baby at 40 weeks. I mean, she basically said
at 7,000 weeks.
Yeah, you can kill for her. You can kill a baby anytime you want.
What is 7,000 weeks? Like 30 years old?
Man. And then she goes on to say, the justification for killing babies is because we have war. It's the two wrongs make a right. God, she sucks. Man, these people fucking suck.
It's like
There's
war's
no
not great
on.
either, but
There's no honest. There's never any honest conversation.
by the way, 7,000 weeks is 134. So you just got aborted by
Years
God.
old. God, his video was so good. His Instagram the other day. I'll play it in a second.
Nigga, you bullshitting? Punk ass, bushy ass, hook ass nigga. Nigga, please. Nigga, please. Now, how is a nigga gonna borrow a fry? Understand is that if it's so offensive to them, then why do they say it over and over again?
So Riley said the N-word before you did that morning.
He says it every morning. He calls me nigga. He calls the other kids nigga. He calls himself nigga all the time. Nigga this, nigga that. Nigga please. Bitch nigga. Nigga, have you lost your mind? Nigga, check that hoe. Nigga, you bullshitting. Break yourself, nigga. He says it so much I don't even notice it anymore. Last week in lunch, Riley says to a classmate, "Can a nigga borrow a French fry?" And my first thought wasn't, oh my God, he said the word, the N-word. It was, now, how is a nigga gonna borrow a fry? Nigga, is you gonna give it back? I'm telling you, my inside voice didn't talk like that before he got in my class. Nigga, you
I'm
bullshit.
telling you, my inside voice didn't talk like that before he got in the class. I saw this and I was like, wow, that's the that's the whole rap music thing.
What do you mean?
Like, I hear that word 400 times a day because I listen to rap music. 5,000 times a day.
Now it's just your inside voice.
Yeah, like whatever. Like it has nothing to do with being racist. A 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That came out a little hot, huh?
Yeah. A little spicy.
Rap music. That's why you watch the show. All right, what else?
You show Hiller's video?
Oh, we could. Let me do one more Jew thing. Let me do one more Jew thing. Here we go.
Entrance. We are UCLA students. I have my ID right here. I'm being blocked off, not by the security guard, but by you two. You three. Oh, look, they're making their burger while I'm going this way. Excuse me. This is what they do. Everybody, look at this. Look at this. I'm a UCLA student. I deserve to go here. We pay tuition. This is our school. And they're not letting me walk in. My class is over there. I want to use that entrance. Why can't they go? Will you let me go in? This could be over in a second. Just let me and my friends go in to class.
We're not engaging.
Then you can move. Will you move?
We're not engaging.
We're not engaging with that.
We're going. I'm going in. I have my hands up. I'm not hurting them. Close the entrance. We are UCLA students.
Holy shit, dude.
How do the cops just not come and like, how is that okay to do that on campus? It's not like, how is it okay to treat people like that?
It's like, dude, I pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to attend this school so I can get a degree and learn some shit. And you're going to stand here and be a fucking asshole and not let me go to class?
Just bring out the fucking water cannons, man.
Dog shit.
Just bring out the water cannons. Okay. Yeah, Andrew Hiller. Look at his most do you have internet good enough to play something?
Let me see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's so good.
Is it this one? With his face?
Oh no, with the purple. The second one. Yeah, this one's so good.
I hold your selfie stick and that's not a euphemism. I didn't apply, I don't do well with rejection. A weekend got chasing behind to do a live stream. He was fantastic last year. This is ludicrous. Awesome, now I have to actually do my job on both screens of my desktop instead of just one. Crap. Why do they continue to slap their own sunburn? We need to grow sport and make it professional. But let's not air it over. Imagine if the NHL was like, nah, we're not gonna show game one of any of our playoff games. I'll be watching the hill stream. Really, oh well,
Imagine if the NHL was like, nah, we're not going to show game. One of any of our playoff games. I'll be watching it in a stream. Oh, imagine if the NHL was like, nah, we're not going to show game one of any of our.
Hey, I watched boxing last night. Probably like I don't know. You could argue he's the greatest boxer who ever lived. Lomachenko was fighting, and the fucking event was such a shit show. And I just wish that everyone who complains about CrossFit could watch boxing. Boxing is so fucked up, man. The scorecards, the judging, the referees, the commentators, the shit that happens in the ring. I mean, like, we have it good.
I would argue boxing is more corrupt than CrossFit.
I mean, and it's just a mess. Hey, dude, one fight, it was a fucking, it was for a world championship. They announced the wrong winner. And so the girl thought she lost and she walked off. And then they brought them back and then they announced the other girl. It was fucking crazy, dude. Heidi, at least there's money in boxing. Yeah, shitloads.
True. They still can't figure it out.
Billions. Yes, shitloads of money. Okay, yeah, play Pedro's. Pedro's is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm going to go work in the yard. Oh, my goodness. Do you know the rapper The Game?
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Pedro White from Coffee Pods and Wads. This is his best work ever. This is absolutely amazing. Here we go.
Start taking notes. This is gonna be good.
Uh-oh, pause this. Hold on. Let me try to play this. Let me see if mine runs more smoothly. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Coffee Pods. This deserves some. Let me see if mine plays. You guys, will you tell me if mine plays more smoothly than Caleb's? I can't tell if this actually matters. Here we go.
Start taking notes. This is gonna be good. Everyone's all high and mighty about these box step-ups. Understandably so, yeah. So what we should do is leak semi-final workouts. Just two of the normal ones, but all of the age group ones. But only to Taylor herself. That's good. Can we really call it a leak if it's just a constant? Make semi-final t-shirts. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll schedule a call with GoRuck. No. Use Northern Spirit. Who? Exactly. I'll make them big. Like really big. Massive. Colossal. And make them out of the same material that you would use to make a scuba suit. Heavy, hot, big. And get them to do the Syndicate Crown one with so many images on the back that your left eye has to have a fight with your right eye to decide what to look at. Okay, we need to discuss games allocations. I'm assuming Oceania lose a few spots. All the changes there. Tia, Cara, Ellie. No. No. The thing with Europe is we'll take spots away and we'll give them to the weaker regions. That'll get them. But whatever way you look at it, Europe has... In France, don't let the coaches into the warm-up area. Now wait to hear Cotter after that one. Okay. Oh wait, media passes. Make it really hard to get one. Don't give any out. Except print media. Give them one. Typey. their typewriters. Tip tap, tip tap. Oh, clever. Then the live stream is a one-stop shop for people who want to watch. No. You're looking at this all wrong. How many times? What is our main focus? To promote and preserve the metal. No, saving money. Save money. Don't even broadcast the first day. Send Chase Ingram as a podcast. Okay, I mean, people like Chase Ingram, so do they? Do they?
That's so good.
I can't tell. There's so many nuances and so many like stories that we know that I can't tell how much other people like take from this. How really fucked up this is.
There's levels to this game. That's for sure. There's definitely a lot of layers on that one.
Holy shit, Pedro.
Do they?
I love pretend drunk Pedro. Yeah, he just told his eye to do what Hiller's eye does.
That's right.
My God. And hey, you notice he never actually poured any alcohol in there. He's too cheap to actually use any.
Right. That's what I would do.
God damn it, Pedro.
Gotta save it.
I'm gonna show you my I should do a piece. I should have an for every show I should have where's a septum ring. You know what I mean? Just find someone on the internet who's dumb as fuck with a septum ring.
And what would you say is the main goal with tonight's protest?
I think the goal is just showing our support for Palestine and demanding that NYU stops. I honestly don't know all of what NYU is doing.
Is there something that NYU is doing?
I really don't know. I'm pretty sure they're... Do you know what NYU is doing? Oh, Israel. Why are we protesting here?
Palestine will be free.
I wish I was more educated. I'm not either.
Oh.
I came from Columbia. I was there up at Columbia, and we came down. They said NYU students needed our support. So I came down. I heard there's lots of cops. Some people were saying it was getting dangerous.
And what would you say is the...
So her reason for coming was to support other students. She heard there were lots of cops, and it was getting dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Very valid.
God. Oh my God. Hey, dude, what's crazy? She's not even stupid. Like,
No.
you know what I mean? Like, she could talk.
She talks good.
Yeah, she talks good.
She just doesn't think good.
Yeah. Unfucking believable.
Disappointing.
Okay, one more. Hold on. This one's good too. I think this one's good. I don't even remember. These are so old. I don't know. I don't even know if the phone's hooked up. Hey. 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 Hello?
Because you know how much overtime the NYPD is making off of this?
Oh, so much. That's awesome.
So much. Every single cop is working overtime. There's 40,000 cops. There's like 30,000 working at a time. And you know, he said he's going to ask these schools to foot the bill for the overtime.
Who said that?
Mayor Adams.
Oh, he ain't doing shit. He's a bitch.
No, he did. He said it. He said it on Fox News in the morning. He was like, we cannot continue to let this happen. We're going to ask the schools to pay for this overtime.
All right.
It's fucking great.
But he's a pussy, dude.
No, he is. But if he said it on live broadcast, they're gonna hold his feet to the fire.
Good, I hope
They
so.
better fucking pay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, they should charge I mean, it's not the school's fault, is it? What can the school do?
It's the school's fault because they let it happen. There's rules to encampment on these school grounds. You're not supposed to let this happen. They let it get too far.
Oh,
now we got to bring the
They
cops
should,
in and
like,
get
so
them
they
out.
should have called the cops right away and kicked them off, or they should have. Man, that's going to end up going to court. Because the cops should have never listened to the schools in the first place. They should have just brought out the water cannons and started spraying that shit down.
Because technically, the schools are private property.
Do you guys
So they
have
have to be
water
called in.
cannons? Do you guys have water cannons?
Yeah, we got everything. Well, the city's job has water cannons. They got everything. They brought this truck in. I don't know if you saw when they had to go into that hall. They had this truck that goes over buildings and brings the ladder into the building. I never even seen this thing before. This thing is 2 stories high.
Oh, that's
Sick.
awesome. I would love to operate a water cannon on a large group of people.
Now all these liberals are crying, I can't have my graduation.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. That's
all right. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Bye.
Bye. All right.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, final clip. I mean it. I mean it. I know you guys have better shit to do. Here we go.
Online. So somehow he didn't know what I was standing for and not forcing vaccinations on people. And he said, "Oh," I said, did you get the vaccine?" And he said, "Yeah, I got the vaccine. I got the Pfizer. You know, I need to be ready if you ever need me to come overseas." I was like, "Anthony, I didn't get it." And he was like, "Oh." And we joked around about it a little bit. And the next day he passed away.
This Gina Carlo chick is the one, she got fucking canceled at Disney because she wouldn't take the fucking vaccine.
Right. She had a really good character in one of the Star Wars series, and then they just fucking booted her in the middle of the season.
So when people ask me if I would have done anything different, I would have screamed. I would have screamed so much louder.
Screamed what?
Everything I was saying, from lockdowns to masked vaccines, question everything. Do not allow these people to force this on you. Pay attention. I would have screamed it. So I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for what I said, for what I posted, for what I was standing for, what I was screaming for, or trying to scream for. Like, I'm not sorry. He's not online. So somehow he didn't know what I was standing for and not forcing vaccinations on people.
Her fucking best friend died day after getting the fucking vaccine.
Yeah, it's fucked.
All right, guys. Sunday, Mother's Day. Have fun. I guess I was just looking at the schedule next week. Semifinal start. I don't know how we're going to cover those because they're going to be in Europe. Tomorrow, Josh Bridges is on at 8:30 in the morning. Oh, I haven't talked to Josh in forever. That'll be cool. All right. And it looks like there's a chance we might have Sarah Sigmund's daughter on Tuesday morning. So normally I don't do Tuesday morning show. But that looks like I just have to get confirmation.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I love talking to her. All right. Tell all your friends about Kill Taylor next week, Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know how we're going to do it at semifinals in the West because I'll be working filming the behind the scenes. I wonder if we can do it this Thursday. Oh, shit. I wonder if for 2 weeks in a row, if we can do it on a Thursday. I should, let me call Taylor really quick and see what's going on here. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
That's always a good sign.
I'm live. I'm live on the air. Live action. What's up?
Hey, dude. So Saturday, I'm filming the behind the scenes.
Where?
In
Carson.
in the West in Carson.
Not this Saturday.
The following Saturday.
Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna be there.
So what are we going to do? Kill Taylor on that Thursday?
Yeah, Kill Taylor is gonna be me sunning my butthole on the tennis stadium floor. And there's gonna be a special twist to it, but nobody's gonna be able to beat me at it this week.
Okay, but I mean so both semifinals weeks, can we do it on Thursday in the West because me and you are working, and then in the East
Yeah.
because you're competing?
Yeah, we can definitely do it on Thursdays.
All right, bitching. All right, thank you.
Hey.
What?
Did you see? You probably didn't see my latest post for my Sentinel training account.
No, but I'll look.
All right, well, pull it up for me, dude. Do me a fucking solid. We're giving away. We're calling it the Sentinel Scholarship, and we're going to be giving away a level 1 certificate course. We're just going to do one for now, but then going forward, our goal is to give away several a year to people.
We're proud to introduce a new initiative here at Sentinel Training, the Sentinel Scholarship. Starting this year, we will give one member of Sentinel Training a scholarship to a CrossFit Level 1 certificate course. Oh, that's awesome. Why are you guys doing that?
I don't know. I just thought it would be cool, and I really feel strongly that the Level 1 changed my life, and I want to be able to give that to other people. And I'm not presumptuous to say, oh, they can't afford it, but you make it easier for somebody to change their life. People help me, so just being able to help other people.
How will you choose the person? By their skin color?
It's not going to be a DEI pick. We already picked the first recipient, and they're not black, so relax. But they married a black dude. I love the guy. I think we're going to have like an application. I picked the first person kind of.
You said they're not black. Relax. Like I would have a problem with if it was someone who's
Yeah,
black.
you would have a problem.
Are you
with
fucking kidding me? How dare you?
Listen, dude, I knew where that was going.
I have no problem with it being someone who's black. I didn't want it to be someone who is gay. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
I picked this person because not randomly, but they reached out and were like, hey, we're interested in taking the Level 1 in Charlotte, blah, 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 blah. I just had like a long conversation with them. I know the person. I met them in Miami. They took some of my classes when I did the affiliate class for Wadapalooza. But going forward, we'll have like an application, and it's not going to be anything like crazy, but we don't want to give it away to just some person who signed up for a month just to get a $1,100 free Level 1. But we want it to go to people who want it, and we'll make use of it.
All right. Well, I can't wait to get my Sentinel Rainbow shirt. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, I'm going to ship it right to you along with a mold of my cock.
Thank you.
Yep. You'll use that too, right?
Hey, do you have Saturday's workout already made up?
Yeah, and it's going to be so fucking hard.
Do you really already have something?
I do.
Oh, I can't wait. Is anyone going to beat you? Is anyone going to beat you this week?
No.
That's awesome.
No one's going to have a fucking chance.
Okay, good. All right, because we got to build the pop back up.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know who the sponsor is this week?
Who?
I don't know.
Okay, no, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Hey, did we already pay that guy?
Oh, I sent text out to the only person. So, I haven't heard back. Dale, Matuthian, and Doc Spartan send their money on Monday. Corey sends his money on Monday, and I haven't heard back from Vindicate yet. Let me see if Vindicate sent their money. Hold on.
Nope.
That's oh yeah, and Vindicate sent their money. So sorry, my bad.
Cool.
Yeah, so he should get it by Tuesday.
Sick.
That part sucks,
Sick.
dude. I hate that part.
What, paying people?
Yeah, like I don't want to like I had to send so many. Oh, look at Vindicate sending today. I had to send so many like text messages and asking people for stuff. I'm way too big time for that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's secretarial work.
Yeah, I
hate that shit.
I mean, yeah. Lizzie, my wife said you can hire her.
Oh, perfect. She can go for the same rate, the same amount I pay you. Dude, you're sick, dude.
You sound fucking horrible.
You're not even going to be ready for next week.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I just did semifinal event 2 today. And for all you semifinal athletes listening, you fucking pussies know that was going to be my first workout, and it went so well this morning. So I just want you fuckers to know you should be fucking quaking in your boots. Quaking.
Terrified.
Anyways, I feel really good today because of how well that went.
Okay.
I'm feeling myself. Myself.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I like it.
All right. Love you.
All right. Love you too, buddy. Bye. He's gonna make. You know.